What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Drive My. My name is Steve, and well, it's 2J time, baby. Let's go. All right, so essentially what we're doing, we got a 2J here. We gotta finish building this thing. So we got our minor accessories like water pump and tensioner pulley, but it's time to put on the rest of the stuff. All right, so what do we have here? We have a bunch of crusty ass pieces here, right? We got our alternator, we got our power steering pump, and we got our AC compressor. So they all look old because they're old as shit. They look terrible. I went ahead and redid the bracket off camera a while ago, so it's kind of shiny. I'm gonna eventually polish it in just a little bit. But we got our bolts here, all the correct bolts. I'm missing one for the alternator, basically right here. But I went ahead and test fitted everything to make sure everything fits, make sure all the bolts are good. It's a little crusty, ignore that. But we're gonna go ahead and give this thing a birthday. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Scotch-Brite the crap out of this thing, make it as nice as possible. We're gonna cover all the holes here. We're gonna clean this up with some soapy water and then hit this thing with some paint, sand and paint. And this right here, we're just gonna hit it with some Scotch-Brite. So with that being said, let's make all this brand new again. So it's time. Also, in this video, I may or may not insert these polished pieces I had from years ago. May repolish them or not, or that'll be some later date. But for right now, we're at least gonna test fit them. Okay, so went ahead and painted the pulley over here. Went ahead and painted our power steering pump, and then went ahead and painted this bracket. So while that's drying, just letting you know, this is not cleaning up very nice. I mean, damn, they just got so much dirt and grime on them that for me to sit there and polish it would take way too long to make it look pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in for right now as is, and then later on, after everything's good, I'm gonna go ahead and start switching them out for newer, more modern stuff. But with that being said, I am still gonna make it look nice. I don't want anything looking trashy, so we're gonna go ahead and knock that out. All right, so that's done. I don't like the way the alternator came out, and I also don't like the way this came out. Seems like everything's against me today. Literally, I dropped this actually. Let's see if we can find a spot where I dropped it. I dropped it, and look what happened. And the pulley started looking like crap. So, with that being said, my only option right now is to go ahead and install this now. Replace the pulleys later. Maybe I'll get some Powerhouse Racing pulleys or something cool. But for right now, just install this. Get it all together so we can go ahead and put the engine in. So, let's do that. So, with that being said, we got our bolts here, our bracket here, we got our parts here, we got our AC compressor over there. So let's get to it. All right, on your AC compressor, you see this little part here? Goes right over there. So with that being said, make it happen. Like I'm doing this with one hand. This goes in here. And then this bad boy just slides right into place. So, I don't know how good I got that, but that's in there. We have our bolt sticking out. Over here, we just take this, line up our bolt holes here, and then there's one guy right over here. So pay attention to the way this bolt is. They're both two same sizes, but look, this one's kind of tapered off. These are the ones that go bam and bam. You got this washer, goes right originally where I told you to put on the AC. Then out of what's left, we're gonna take our longest one, bring that bad boy right here. That goes there. Then we have our bracket. So the bracket goes this way. So the prongs go through here. Leans in. Other side goes right over there. Bolt, bolt. These are the ones I'm referring to. So shorter one goes right over here. And the slightly longer one goes right over here. Also, notice I'm putting these all loosely because we can't forget our bracket. Bracket is gonna go literally hooking right here and onto these two. These bolts are gonna go through these holes, holding our shady painted power steering pump. Like I said, everything's just loosely put together, but you see that there? Power steering pump goes in this orientation, this straight up, and it has small holes. Let's see if I can get that They're gonna line up with those holes over there. Kind of like this. All right, so we're gonna look over here in the Waco, and we're gonna find the holes through the Waco. Hole found, and then it's gonna go, the other one's gonna go right over here. So the last 2 bolts, there's our holes. One in there. And one in there. Shitty ass pulley, but right in there. Boom. And then half of it's done. So let me go ahead and put you on a time lapse and actually tighten this correctly so you could see it happen. All right, so we got half of this on. Obviously, this is a lobbed off from when I initially got the engine. I'm not worried about that. All this is going to be replaced. All these lines. Don't think I don't know about it. So before you start mentioning the comments, I got it. Don't worry. I'm aware. So next up, alternator side. So like I always said, I didn't like the way most of the stuff came out. Our alternator is kind of so-so, but it still looks crusty though. Let's see what we could do about this, man. I'm trying my best here with what I got. I just want this thing to be running as soon as possible in reality. So yeah, let's just see what we can do. All right, so let's do the alternator side. So alternator is easy peasy. One side goes in, one side goes up, and then the bolt goes through. So let me get this bolt through. Doing everything with one hand here. And that's it. We have these 2 pieces that I polished a long time ago, which is the upper water neck and the thermostat housing. So normally what people will do is they'll lob off this little piece over here, weld these 2 holes, and use this as the water neck. But what I'm thinking about doing, if I don't do that, would be to get a Chase Bays upper water neck. I'm still on the fence about it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm probably going to use the Chase Bays, but we're going to put this one in just for right now, just to test it. Obviously, the gasket's on and messed up, but I'm not worried about that. We're just going to test fit it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and test fit these 2 pieces to see how they look, because I'm getting excited the way it's looking. All right, so you have your water neck spout. You're just going to go ahead and put this right on the tip. No pun intended. You're going to wax that bad boy in there and just give it a turn. And then when we have the bolts, I need to get the bolts. We're going to go ahead and put that in. But that's just, like I said, just to test fit it in there. See how we're looking. If the rock is cooking, you know how that goes. So that's more or less. So that's more or less what it looks like on. Obviously, the polish was from many years ago. I'll repolish it later. I'm just test fitting things, getting things ready. Because we got a full ass motor, dude. Just saying. Look at that. I'm just missing to put the super damper, which once again, I forgot my torque wrench. But other than that, it's looking good. So next up, without the thermostat, we're gonna put, or the gasket, we're gonna put the thermostat housing. Like I said, everything's test fitted. I got the thermostat housing literally in the car. I'm not gonna put it in right now, but check this out. Just getting these bolts in. See if they can fit. Bam. Put this one in at least. All right, so both pieces are in, mucked up. Ironically enough, the side that I hit the least is the side that shows, go figure. But like I said, I'm gonna repolish this a little later, put the gaskets in. Gaskets, I need to speak proper English here. So yeah, this is all in, more or less, mocked up. But look how we are looking right now. Let me just step back. It's starting to look like an engine again, fully put together. Obviously, still gotta put, once again, I need my oil filter housing. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my oil filter with the 2 lines that are gonna be running forward. I'm gonna also see how I'm gonna run. I'm probably gonna have to run them downward or something this way, or at least out and around here. But we'll see once it's in the car, then I could actually see, you know. So yeah. So, another thing I need to tackle. So, this is the water lines behind it. Excuse the blurriness, but this is the water lines behind that go behind the block. Right over there where that green tape is. So, that basically comes out around this block and back to the Ford to the original oil housing, basically, the oil filter housing. But since I'm not doing that, and also this turbo uses coolant, not just oil, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I could do to modify this bad boy. I'm thinking, if anybody knows better, please teach me, that I'm gonna lob this off somewhere and maybe put like a little type of line that could go to the turbo. But I kind of don't know, right, I've never experienced this before, so I gotta figure it out still. I gotta do my research. But if you do have any comments or anything that you could tell me to assist me with the water lines, just let me know and drop a comment. I don't take offense. It's all good. So, I desperately wish I was able to put that super damper in besides this. But I don't think I'm going to be able to, like I said, because I forgot my freaking torque wrench. Anywho, I digress. But just for once again looking at it purposes, let's take this thing out, at least the pulley, and see what it'll look like. Oh, that would be so cool, man. This is gonna be so sick. I really, honestly, I can't wait. It's gonna be so sick. Then it's gonna reduce some damage to my engine. So, yeah. With that being said, bam! Check that out. We're looking like a motor, baby. Look at that. It's all, well, not all together, but almost all together. We're getting there little by little. But the only problem is the time. And a little bit of time, with a side of time. So yeah, so we're getting there. I'm doing as much as I can with the little bit I got. I could technically speaking throw the belt. No, I can't throw the belt on because I don't have the super damper. But I have the belt. I have all that stuff to put it on. I'm just kind of, like I said, when you run out of time, parts, or tools, you know that it slows you down. So anybody who's built a car or has worked on a car understands my feeling. But once again, yeah, I love that shit, dude. It's making me feel real happy right now. It's looking like an engine, baby. Vroom, vroom, zoom, zoom. Bam. So yeah, like I said, again, with that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. There's so much more to come. I just need to gather up as much time as I can so I can make this happen. I'm trying with little resources and the time I have. But I'm trying. We're going to make it happen. I'm getting excited. I am really excited with all this work that I put in and how it looks like an engine again. Bro, I can't wait. This is a truly farm-built engine. I can't stress that one enough. Look at my background. Yeah, and I'm doing it with what I got. So, for the third time, I can't stress it enough. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I can improve on something. Tell me if you like what's going on. You know, your input I will read. So, I am desperate to put this car together. Once again, it's a remembrance car to my grandmother. And I think truly that it's going to be something special. So yeah, before I get emotional, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. You guys already know what it is. Drive Miami. Peace.